on last year's national champion, the Michigan Wolverines. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Broncos will kick it away to start. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So the Michigan Wolverines offense will go on the attack first. A lot of times you run into these types of matchups, high-powered offense, big-time team against an opponent that's likely overmatched. So how do they keep this thing from getting ugly?
Well, everyone's going to have to elevate their level of play here defensively to have any chance in this one. And I'll tell you the hard part about stopping this offense, David, it's what Chip Kelly used to always say. It's a nameless, faceless opponent. They don't care who you are. They don't care what your record is. This offense comes out, and they are trying to embarrass you.
Well, the good thing is for this defense, it's been talked about all week, right? Like, you're not good enough. This is a high-powered offense. Like, the players' attention are fully caught, right? They know exactly what they're going against. Let's see if some emotion and adrenaline can really play a factor, and they play better than they have all year.
The Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Runs through the tackle. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. See that maze in blue, and you expect tough-minded, hard-nosed running attacks.
I expect big, physical, huge linemen that don't like people, that are going to move them out of the way and do just this, what we did right here. Move this.
There he goes. They believe in this running game, and they take it all the way down to the 25 before he goes out of bounds. He's up to 49 yards rushing already. What a way to start this new season. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Quickly complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Trying to run it in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Wolverines. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. The Broncos offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And this might be a real challenge for this quarterback because that corner, David, can take away an entire half of the field.
Yeah, and that's the bright part of this defense. Like you know out wide exactly what you're getting.
Turning it on! Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Turns it loose deep. Oh, it's picked off.
And when it's third and so long, it's very predictable. I'm bringing more DBs on the field. I'm bringing more speed. I know you're going to pass the football. So offenses have to be aggressive. They have to take shots. They did it there. The defense makes the big play.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Back to throw. It's Underwood. Right on the money. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field. The DB just can't stay with them because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
It's on target and complete. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Michigan! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And how about this offense? Man, they must have used fall camp perfectly. Coming out firing on all cylinders, smooth, in a rhythm. Great start to the year by this offense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point makes it 14-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Indiana. Front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but you take a look at the scoreboard and you see we have ourselves a tight game. They're up by 7 over Colorado State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Big noise in the big house with this huge third down play. Back to pass, it's Reynolds. Intercepted, a first half turnover can swing momentum. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. They got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Marshall. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. They're coming off a national championship win last year, but you got to think this group of seniors isn't satisfied with stopping there.
No, they have tremendous leadership in this coaching.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Hand off from the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. It's Brooks. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Soft spot in the middle. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. The Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the left side. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
To the air. It's Reynolds. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He lost one down the sideline. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Got some room to run. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. That is a tough one to take. They had the interception, but it's taken away by the pass interference penalty. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Marshall. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Broncos will bring the punt team onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. Using the quick game. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And the Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Still running at the 40. He now has 84 yards rushing in this game. What a way to start the new season.
And obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed and so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, a quarterback making good decisions. It is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
Looking for a gap. It's Marshall. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Underwood. Got it in the middle, it's Marsh. Oh, the sweet spin, and he's free. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Michigan.
How explosive is this offense, right? They rev it up so quickly. Speed, playmaking ability, versatility, running, throwing, NFL talent all over the place. And after that last touchdown, they've already blown this game wide open. And guys, we're not even through the first quarter yet.
On the run from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Wants to go up top on first down. Quick strike complete. He'll step out of bounds at the 23-yard line after a productive play for this offense. We've reached and Michigan has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. First play of the period will be a second down. Back to pass. Under fire. And the Heat gets there. And they get it down at the 14-yard line.
Man, another negative play for this offense. You've had the turnovers. You're throwing in the sacks. Like, they've got to do something better. They got to protect their quarterback, and they got to take care of the football. There's step 1 and 2.
Got his man. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To the air, it's Reynolds. Catch in the middle, it's Edwards. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Red pass, it's complete. It's a seam wide open. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. He'll pull it on the read. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense. They were rolling with the option, and the quarterback kept it, but he couldn't hang on to the football.
I'm impressed with this defense. They are locked in and defending the option right now. Guys are playing assignment football, and they're just doing a great job with their eye discipline. They saw the QB pull that ball. They knew exactly who had it. They got to him and created the turnover.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an...
Breaks into the open. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23. He's got 99 yards rushing, and he goes over the century mark in this season opener. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Offense gets set for second down. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. It's Bell. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Looking for a man. It's Underwood. It's complete to the left. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. power football with the run. Got the first down and still on his feet. And he slipped through the crowd and Hill house it. Touchdown, Wolverines! There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Texas A&M is putting on a show offensively. Feels like they've been gigging them since the first whistle.
Running back searching for a hole. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. On the run, it's Edwards. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. To the air, it's Underwood. Got it in the middle, it's Marshall.
I tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Second down, he'll throw it. Going over the top. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Michigan.
And, man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. Grab behind the line. It's Edwards. Makes the grab and not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Broncos in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Knocked down, but not before. He gets the first down after recovering the fumble. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking downfield, it's Reynolds. Rushes on him, and he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Here's the pressure. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Broncos will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
So now it's 2nd and long. Caught over the middle. It's Bell. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Grab here the marker. It's Bell. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to throw, it's Reynolds. Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Fires to the middle. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. So here comes the Michigan offense. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Gets rid of it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Intercepted, and finally, this defense makes a play. They pick up the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. They've given up some big plays in this first half, and they're down on the scoreboard right now. Something positive needed to happen. Maybe that's the interception that changes the momentum in this game. It's now up to their offense to try and score some points here before the first half ends.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. To the air on 1st down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Brooks. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. Absolutely perfect. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And with time running out here in the the offense will take a knee, content to be on top as we head to the break. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, 1 half in the books, and I am eagerly looking forward to that 2nd half in Ann Arbor. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis, and through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in the big house.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Wolverines will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. Nothing went right in that first half, in the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
The Broncos come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Going the other way, and he's got room. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
The defense thought in this game they were going to have an opportunity to pick some passes off. What a great job. Down deep in the opponent's territory, he jumps the route, he intercepts it, and returns it now inside the 5-yard line, setting his offense up in beautiful field position.
And the sudden change magnified for this defense as it's 1st and goal. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Oh, they're after him. Touchdown, Michigan. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And added on again, this offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Leaves it with the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He'll keep it himself. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down.
And, man, they sneaked the option in there on 3rd and long. And I don't know, was that a misread? Like, do you get the ball to your tailback? Like, it was pretty well defended. They had the quarterback swallowed up. He got some yards, but now you're forced into a 4th down, and this might be a passing situation.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Lets it fly. Complete to the right. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. Scanning the field, it's Underwood. Grabbed over the middle, it's Priestcorn. A 7-yard pickup, it'll be 2nd and 3. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field.
Touchdown, Wolverines! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And I absolutely love this play call. You still got a little bit of space while you're not too close to the goal line, where you can run your big tight end right up the middle of the field, run the post route, throw it up to him, let him do the rest, and get the touchdown.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, as they punted away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
The play action failed. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Broncos are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Buys a little time. Crosses the 35.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Broncos will punt it away on 4th down. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Coverage was all over him before he had a chance to breathe, and they knock him down deep in his own territory. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Give to the running back. Not much room there. They'll give him 1 to the 9.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking for space. It's Marshall. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. A strike downfield. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37.
There are a lot of offenses out there that will probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. It's complete to the right. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but...
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan! And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Pocket breaking down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Jones to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. Those defenses were smelling blood, and the quarterback got down. Smart move. And the Broncos will send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. At the 45 on its way. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one...
Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense. That guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
Western Michigan, 3.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll leave it with him. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Jones wants to throw it. Fires one high and deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Broncos will call on their punt team. Here's the return. Makes a move. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the 3rd quarter comes to a close. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So first down will open up the final period. They'll go to the ground. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Lets it fly. Makes the grab at the 10. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not back.
And you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan.
And the offense putting up more points, and guess who's jacked up? This home crowd starting the season off with offensive fireworks and looking to go 1-0. They are loving their squad.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll return it. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back.
He's going to throw deep right side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Broncos decide to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll haul it in right around the logo. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Gets it past the marker. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before. He makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Snagged out of the air. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the fourth quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know,
Touchdown, Wolverines! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Try and play action. Here's a heat. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the fourth quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
Got out of trouble and throws. Fires to the big fella. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did. The Broncos getting set on first and 10. From the gun, the ground game.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Jones to throw. Zings it complete to the right. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. And the Broncos come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Quickly to the tight end. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. The Broncos are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure coming. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. And the Broncos now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Going to swing it on second down. Makes the grab. Pulled down for the tackle. Nice job by this guy finding the slot guy on a drag.
Yeah, the receiver just working his way across the field, giving his quarterback a nice, easy target. That's an easy completion.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Broncos will punt this one away. He came so close to pinning them deep, but maybe just a little too greedy. Tried to get it too close, and it'll come out to the 20. So here comes the Michigan offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Oh, he's got some space. Get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Finds the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. The Wolverines can really attack on this second and short. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Turns it on at midfield. He's loose on the right. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25. Look at this Western Michigan offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Jones wants to throw it. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. And the Broncos send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He's got great speed. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. To the ground with the back. There he goes. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. The Broncos will line up to punt it away.
In punt formation to kick it away.
You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. They'll try the run. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. so long to start the season is just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis.